the things you got to do. Play to our standard and go play fast.
15-0. The Dogs have done it and won a second consecutive national title.
70 miles is all that separates us.
Bobo going to take it and look and throw it in the corner. And a touchdown! Oh, my God! A touchdown in the corner! My God! In the corner! Oh, my, it couldn't have happened!
It's clean, old-fashioned hate.
I just hate when everyone plays their best in this game. Nobody want to lose in a rivalry game. Playing for something every time you play them because you're playing for state championship.
Georgia.
Touchdown, Georgia!
Georgia Tech. Live from Atlanta, this is Georgia football.
You talk about a stupid miracle. Our heart that was torn out and bleeding, we picked it up and we stuck it back inside.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, welcome to play-by-play coverage of Georgia football. Bulldogs football is brought to you by Zaxby's, the official ice of the Georgia Bulldogs. Pruitt Health, family makes us stronger. Hoffman Financial Group, helping build your financial dynasty. Dos Equis, a proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Fairfield by Marriott, part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels, is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. And by Southeast Mortgage, the official home loan lender of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth. Alongside former All-American Eric Zier, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
51 degrees in Atlanta, cloudy skies, wind gusts up to 16 miles an hour. Georgia goes for its 880th win all time as a program. That's the 9th most in the NCAA by Georgia Tech. Dogs get the ball for the first time in the game. We're scoreless, a minute and 10 seconds into the contest, and we'll see what Georgia looks like with the injuries that we've been warned about. Truss will be at the guard spot on the right side along with Mims at right tackle. Van Pran is the center, and you're going to have Dylan Fairchild at left guard and Ernest Green wearing number 77 tonight at left tackle. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Edwards in the backfield with Beck. He's in the shotgun. Snap it back to Carson, handed off to Dejan. He angles left side, and the ball came out. Ball came out at the end of the run at the 39-yard line. Tech thinks they have it, and so do the officials. Edwards fumbled it. Kyle Eford recovered the fumble. Tech has the football after one play run by Georgia.
Well, Dogs finally got the stop that we wanted on the defensive side of the ball, so out of the gates, just how we wanted to get out of the gates. Then offensively, where we've been so sharp early on in football games, coughing up on the first run from scrimmage.
Edwards had it stripped out. Tech does that very well. That's their 10th fumble recovery of the season. And now they have the football in Georgia territory. They'll start this in plus territory, in fact, this series at the Georgia 37. 3rd and goal from the Georgia 9 for Tech. They're on the far hash, moving left. They fake it. King will run it right down the hash into the end zone. 9-yard touchdown. Tech's on the board first.
King could run the football. Came in as a second leading rusher on this football team. Little fake jet sweep, and then it was just a quarterback dive. The jet sweep moved the Dogs linebackers out of position. Not a red jersey in sight there, and Dogs find ourselves in familiar position.
Well, they gave up the early score anyway, didn't they? You're right, see, that play fake, our defense bought it, and almost between the entire distance between the hash marks was just wide open running for King, as the point after is good by Aiden Burr for Georgia Tech, and the Yellow Jackets win it, or lead it, but rather by a score of 7-0. The Georgia Metals drive summary there on the Tech score, 37 yards in 4 plays, 9-yard touchdown run by the team's second leading rusher, Haynes King, the quarterback. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. So the Dogs' fumble cost them points as Tech takes advantage of that and gets on the board first. It's Georgia Tech 7 and Georgia nothing as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Edwards will be in the backfield with Beck. 3 receivers in a bunch tight to the left. Now we bring Arian Smith in motion. Play fake to the left side. Beck rolls right and throws a low pass. Oh, it's caught off a tip. Georgia Tech has intercepted it off a tip. It hit off our guy, then their guy, and then their guy caught it. Brooks caught the tipped interception and has returned it to where? The Georgia Tech 35, 36-yard line. It went off the body of Oscar Delp. The pass was low. No, Delp made the tackle, excuse me. Delp made the tackle at the end of the play. Tech's got it again, apparently on another Georgia turnover.
Boy, a little design bootleg right there. Get Carson Beck out of the pocket.
The ball was intercepted. First down, Georgia Tech.
Football just thrown low, and then you're right, caromed off of everybody. Dominic Lovett was the intended receiver, and the football thrown down on his shoelaces. He was wide open. Carson just kind of choked it a little bit.
Brooks ended up with the tipped interception. Tech has it back at their 36. We got a time in Atlanta. It's not going well here in the first quarter. Our first half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck. There's only one. One call, that's all. 1-800-CALL-KEN. 7-0. Tech leads Georgia on the Bulldogs Sports Network. From the Tech 29, ball on the near hash. Georgia moving right. Beck in the shotgun. Edwards to his left. And we bring Rosemy Jack Saint to the right in motion. Beck with time to throw for the back left corner of the end zone. Over the shoulder. You can hear it. Touchdown, Georgia!
Boy, and just like that, Dogs got man free. Inside slot receiver Dominic Lovett just runs a fade and completely outran the Georgia Tech defender. He had separation of 3 or 4 yards. That time, Carson Beck right on the money. Dogs answer.
29-yard strike. Carson Beck to Dominic Lovett, back left corner of the end zone. Perfectly executed. Touchdown throw number 22 on the year for Beck. And Georgia will try the extra point with Peyton Woodring. William Moat will snap it. Beck will hold it. Woodring will kick it. It's up and good. 56 straight for the freshman from Lafayette, Louisiana. And Tech will try a field goal. They won't go for it on fourth down and short. They'll try a field goal from the 15.5, about a 25, 26-yard try by Aiden Burr. Chip shot for him, and it's up and good. And Tech takes the lead again, 10-7. 35 seconds remain in the first quarter. So Tech with a 3-point lead. Timeout here in Atlanta. Our first half is presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one. One call, 1-800-CALL-KEN. Back after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Driving right into the Tech student section to our left. Dogs break the huddle. Milton in the backfield with Beck. 2 receivers left, tight end left is Lucky. Handed off to Milton. He just drives behind that massive line and surges into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
We're just too strong and too big up front. Tech with zero answer right now. Just getting right behind our big boys and going to work.
Another Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Truss and Mims just paving a path, Z, for Kendall Milton.
Boy, they have all game. Just you get right behind those 2 big boys tonight. Let them eat.
They are eating, and they hungry. Here's the point after try. Peyton Woodring converts, up and good. Dogs in front for the first time. 12:40 to go, second quarter. It's Georgia 14, Georgia Tech 10. Timeout here in Atlanta. First half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured? You know who to call. There's only one. One call, 1-800-CALL-KEN. Back to Bobby Dodd Stadium in Midtown Atlanta right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Running back, fortunate for him, it hopped right back into his arms.
45-yard try for Aiden Burr. His long this season has been 48. There's the snap. The kick is in the air, on its way, and it is good. 45-yard field goal is good for Georgia Tech. That draws them to within a point. 6:06 to go. Second quarter, Georgia 14. Now Georgia Tech 13. We've got a timeout in Atlanta. First half presented by attorney Ken Nugent. Injured in a wreck. There's only one. One call, that's all. 1-800-CALL-KEN. 14-13. Dogs lead Georgia Tech on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Delp shifts from right to left. 3 receivers to the near side. 1st and 10 at the Tech 36. Give it to Milton again. There he goes. 20, 15, 10, race, touchdown. Flag down back at the 30. I think we're going to have a hold. Might wipe it out.
Yeah, looks like that one's coming back. I'm not sure who they're going to get the hold on. But I will tell you what, Kendall Milton, just keep giving that young man the rock because Tech has no answer for him.
Holding.
Ball's on the far hash. We're moving left. Edwards in the backfield with Beck. Give it to Dejan. Daylight! And a touchdown! He reached the ball across the goal line as he was going to the turf. Dogs get 6 more.
Great individual effort there by Dejan. Got hit just beyond the line of scrimmage, but able to power through one tackler. And then, as you mentioned, just stretched his entire body out in football over the goal line. And Dogs widen out this lead.
Edwards with his 11th touchdown rushing of the season. Brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia stretches it out to a 20-13 lead. I think the officials are waiting on the buzz down from the replay booth to see if they're going to let him kick the extra point or not. And they will. Referee Tim Hedgepeth turns us loose, and it'll be Peyton Woodring to try the point after. They'll kick it right towards the Georgia Tech band behind the left goal post. Tech jumps off sides, and flags come out. 2 flags. And Georgia will use its final timeout of the half before Tech can snap it and try the field goal. So both teams have run through their allotments. And 4 seconds remain. This will be the final play of the quarter and of the half. And Georgia's trying to deny Tech points to go into the locker room with an 8-point lead. Aiden Burr, redshirt freshman from Texas. 48 yards against Wake Forest, his longest kick, also his longest attempt until now. This is a 49-yard try from the near hash, kicking to the right, maybe with wind in his face. Snap, kick is away, and it's reaching, and it is short and wide. I think it's mostly wide, no good. Missed it to the left. Dogs lead by 8. As they hold on, deny Tech points on that last possession. But we have to mop our brow each time Tech has the football. My goodness. Georgia 21, Georgia Tech 13 at the half. We'll catch up with the coach, with DJ Shockley, in just a moment. Our halftime interview with Coach Kirby Smart is brought to you by Zaxby's, the official ice of the Georgia Bulldogs.
All we were trying to do there was improve our field goal attempt position.
39-yard try for Woodring, kicking to the right with a little bit of wind stirring up. Snap to Beck. Hold. Kick is away, and the kick is good right into the net. 39-yard field goal by Peyton Woodring, and that good kick, the good hands at Allstate, will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund, and we say thank you to Allstate. 3 more for the Dogs. The lead is 11 now. It's Georgia 24 and Georgia Tech 13. Timeouts. Second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Back in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Fakes the handoff dive, hands it to Bell on a reverse. Dylan Bell, far side, in Tech territory, breaks a tackle at the 30, and they collar him down around the 25-yard line.
Boy, Dogs set that up perfectly. Georgia Tech just pinning their ears back right now, trying to shut down this running game with Georgia. We use that aggressiveness against them, get a big offensive lineman, but Oscar Delp was out in front as well. Huge play there by the Dogs, and immediately within striking distance.
Dogs on the Tech 26-yard line, 1st and 10. Far hash moving right. Dogs on the doorstep again on the Tech 4-yard line, leading at 24-13. Break the huddle fast. Milton in the backfield. Snap it to Beck. Hand it to Kendall. Big hole. Big block by Green. Touchdown, Milton. 4-yard burst.
Boy, huge hole opened up right in between Fairchild and Green. Kendall Milton waltzed in. And there is a Tech.
Tech's got 152, and neither team is done. Snapping back to Haynes King. Time in the quarterback. We blitz up the middle. Chase him out of the pocket to the left. Marvin Jones going to get it. The ball came out. Tech may have fallen back on it. They did. One of their big linemen got back on it after the Marvin Jones strip sack. Corey Robinson, the tackle. Well, their lineman able to dive on the loose ball as Haynes King was running for his life. But the Dogs' defense doesn't bat an eye. After they gave up a gash play, they pushed Tech back. And the line of scrimmage is now the 23-yard line as they lost 13 on that sack and fumble, and Tech will be forced to try a field goal of 40 yards here.
Great individual effort there by Marvin Jones Jr. Just a speed rush on the outside.
Aiden Burr into the wind. 40-yard try. Kick is away, and it is good. He got the 40-yarder. They get 3 out of it. It's a 15-point Georgia lead. 12-13 to go. Dogs 31. Tech 16. Timeout. Second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Dogs get the ball when we come back on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. 3rd and 5 for the Dogs. They can get a first down without having to score. We're just outside the 6. Snap it back to back on 3rd down in the red zone. Throw it in the end zone. Pass is tipped, broken up, and I think intercepted by Tech off the tip. Oh, my goodness. We're trying to squeeze it into a tight one to Marcus Rosenby-Jack Saint, a yard deep in the end zone. Ball got tipped up and intercepted by Bryant, the safety, in the end zone. Touchback, Tech have the ball, stops the drive with 8:24 to go in the game. 31-16 remains the score. We got a timeout in Atlanta. Second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1FFC.com to learn more. Dogs turn it over again. Back in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network. Zach Pyron comes into the ballgame at quarterback, takes the snap, rolls to the right, looking to throw, breaks through our defense, and tight ropes it on the sideline down to the 5. How did he get through that wedge of tacklers? Pyron, the backup, a redshirt freshman from Pinson, Alabama, came in for that one snap and runs it to the 5-yard line. He got 8.
Boy, it's almost like the Dogs just gave up on the play. C.J. Allen ran right by him, and we had a couple of other guys just not driving through the tackle.
Stackhouse, the nose man, finally got him down with a from behind the back tackle. Now it's King back in at quarterback for Tech. They're on the Georgia 5-yard line. Split backfield. Fake the pitch. King will waltz into the end zone. My goodness. Right open.
Yeah, sorry about that, Scott. A lot of misdirection there. A little fake jet sweep. Fake the toss sweep. That Dog linebackers flowing everywhere, but not where the ball was, which was in King's hands walking into the end zone.
5-yard touchdown run for the Tech quarterback. 31-22 with 3:46 to go, and Tech will try an extra point with Aiden Burr. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's all good. 31-23. It's a touchdown and a 2-point conversion game now with 3:46 to play. Tech's scoring drive after the interception in the end zone. They just marched right down the field. 10 plays and 80 yards. 4:38. They cap it with the 5-yard touchdown run by the quarterback King. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered.
Boy, Dogs have really been bit by the penalty bug today. 6 penalties, and they've all been very untimely penalties, something we really haven't seen all year long, and then add some sloppy play on top of it, a couple of turnovers, and that's how you keep teams that you should beat pretty handily in football games. To give Tech credit, they have played a hard, physical brand of football here today, running the football extremely well. The Jackets now over 200 yards on the ground, 205.
Yeah, both teams, in fact, have run the ball well tonight. 205, as you mentioned, for Tech, 235 for the Dogs. Milton with 139 for Georgia, the leading ball carrier in the game. Then Haynes for Tech has 81. Smith has 68, and then the quarterback has added another 24, and he's rushed for 2 touchdowns tonight. They've got Burr and Stewart both on the field for the kick. Gavin Stewart, onside kick. Georgia will cover up the punch in Tech territory. They kind of lobbed it over the first line of red shirts, and we caught it in the air falling to the turf. C.J. Allen, the linebacker, caught it. The onside kick try fails. Tech 1 for 6 on onside kicks this season. And Georgia will have the ball at the Tech. You can hear the UGA chants from Georgia fans around the stadium with 35 ticks to go. Beck takes another knee. It's a 4th down. And now some discussion at the line of scrimmage. I think everything's going to be all right. The coaches rush out to make sure there's no extracurriculars going on. Both coaches surrounded by Georgia State Patrol personnel. There's cameras on the field. This one is over. The Dogs have won it 31-23 over Georgia Tech. 29 straight wins, Eric Zier. 29 straight wins. That is now an SEC record. The longest winning streak in SEC history belongs to the Georgia Bulldogs. 39 regular season wins in a row. 45 of the last 46. And it keeps going from there. The Dogs continue to win on the road. 15 straight true road wins now as they come to Atlanta and get another victory. 12 in a row here in this stadium and 6 in a row in the series against Georgia Tech. Your final, Dogs 31, Tech 23. Georgia 12-0 and headed to the SEC Championship next week, just over a few blocks at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Post-game coverage is straight ahead from Bobby Dodd Stadium here in Atlanta. We've got it for you next, exclusively here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.